boy. You think about your pubic bone going over the pommel. Go a little bit more forward. A little more. A little more. There. 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 And your heel back. Think of landing more on your thigh than your bump. He's a little silly, huh? Good boy. You're a good rider. Good. Good. That's right. Just keep riding him forward. Keep thinking more. Whoops. Good. 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 Good job. Good. Keep pushing your hands forward, even though he wants to be naughty. So this is what I see for her pose. Yeah, the knee is the pivot point that you're going to post around. Good, good. Keep doing what you're doing because he's sorting himself out. Good, good. Can you get even more out of the saddle? Yes, yes, yes. That creates energy. Yes. Keep your hands always going away from your body. So try not to pull his nose in. Think of pushing his neck forward. Think of his neck going away from your hand. Yes, yes. Allowing him to go forward. Good, good. And just use the reins for a steering wheel so he doesn't drift too much left or right. And then come back to walk. So when he's naughty, and I think he's naughty probably because he has aches and pains, and you know the horse more than I do, so I don't know. Is that a usual naughtiness?
Yeah, that's.
He always does like
he does that.
Yeah, and I think it's just probably creaky.
In a different place. And,
yeah, in a different place, being a little silly. But can you see there's a little bit of a knot? She doesn't hardly get out of the saddle in posting. So what I would want you guys to kind of carry on with, because her posting, so why don't you come on over because I'm going to kind of talk a little bit. So you do a really good job of getting him through his silliness. And I mean, I can see not throwing him away, completely throwing him away. Really silly. But most of the time he's behind your leg. So you really actually need more go than that. And when you stick too much in the reins, then he's thinking behind. But I'm not going to tell you how to become full now. You're doing a great job with that. But what I'd like to see is if you think about posting like kneeling, which is what it really is. Yeah, that's what it felt like. So here we are. Yeah, that's what it feels like. And we're on our horse and we're kneeling now. Okay? So your knee is pointing down. You got your head. The thigh levers the body forward. At the top of the rise, the hip opens. Okay. At the bottom of the rise, the hip closes. You want to stay the whole time in neutral. Okay? Your mechanics are pretty good. You kept your leg quite good. But you only got to about this much of the top. Okay. And mostly you're in the down phase. So you need a forward and a back phase, or up and down. I like to think it more forward. This is the gas pedal. Go. Go. And it's hard when a horse is behind you to generate the go, because he's leaking out the back door. Yeah. So you got to convince him to come up with you. Now he's behind you. Now you don't want to do this. Get ahead of him. No. Then you're really in doo-doo. But it's almost like if you had a harness on your back, those Pessoa harnesses, and you're trying to get him to come along with you. Come on, let's go. You see? Okay. And you've got to have enough go. And you're not quite, it's like, I better not get too forward. You're real naughty. Yeah. I think it's more a safety thing for you. It's like, I don't want to get,
And years of hunt seat.
Yeah. And years of kind of barely posting. Yeah. little dinky posting.
Yeah.
And you want to have this full range. So that's what I would work on.
Okay. I noticed when she did a downward transition just now, it was much better than usual because she has a tendency. She's in the sitting top. Yeah. And I tell her walk or halt. And we do this.
Yeah, exactly. I fixed that.
Okay, that's got to go away. Yeah.
I fixed it. Yeah. So finally, somebody on the same page as me. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah.
No, and I said to her, would you ever do a stop on a ski doing that?
No.
Of course not. You'd run into everybody, take them out. So you just stay upright. And again, you're saying go when you're laying down. Now, in the thing about this posting thing, it's a little tricky with him, is people think, and this is really common, the horse is behind the legs, not going, he's backed off, and people think, they think, go, and that's not the opposite. No, you're jamming into the back, and you're making them drop their back, and he probably has sorenesses or, you know, I don't know what. So the go is much more of a, come on, and land light and quick. It's more go. And the quicker you can kind of get him to go again, the quicker he's going to get out of whoa, but not go and fall back. That deads him. You have a very zippy horse, you might emphasize the whoa phase. This is the whoa phase. This is the go phase. And you want enough go phase. So you want to get all the way to try to get a couple of those. You want to get that far out of the saddle. Not by leaning, but kneeling forward.
Kneeling forward.
Yeah. So, I think that's good, huh? You guys?
Yeah. Well, I definitely have something to work on, that's for sure.
Yeah, any questions? And
well,
the
I
legs.
think that the picture that I have to have at the trot is definitely feeling like I'm kneeling.
You want to feel like
and
you're
put
kneeling.
my legs behind me.
Right.
And I don't know how it looked out there, if I was able to keep these
You
back.
kept the leg pretty darn good. I was impressed with that.
Well, because I feel like...
He has to urinate.
Oh, is that what it is? I feel like when I did that, I don't feel like I have to go like that with my heels anymore.
Your legs stay really quiet.
I have the barrel there.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have to use my leg
raising your heel up at all.
No, because I feel like I have contact with you.
Yeah, and you want to have an even contact starting from here. Don't want to pinch at the knee. The knee is fixed.
Right.
It's a pivot point for the posting, but it's so you're not doing this, but it's a connection all the way down.
Yeah.
And when you're posting well, you really will feel kneeling forward and back, and you want to also be in charge of the back phase of the post. So you don't want to plop back. You want to be in. See how my thigh is. Like if I was going to go sit in a chair, I wouldn't go and then just crash in the chair. I would be, depending on this little chair.
That's right.
So I just went fall back. So staying in you want to and you can't do it. You can't control the down phase of posting, and you can't get to the top of the rise unless you have this arrowhead shape. You've got to have this. See that? And so that's why shortening the stirrup, having enough bend in the knee enables you to be able to do that mechanically.
I have a question on that, shortening the stirrups. You said, right after you shorten your stirrups, you said you will stretch into this. Does that mean that you're going to lengthen them again once she stretches in?
No, not at all.
That is the shape you want, that arrowhead.
Now, if you're riding upper level, let's say you're starting to ride in FEI level, and the horse is really lifting the barrel, really, lifting, using the stomach muscles, engaging his rib cage, lifting the rib cage. There's a moment where you might ride a tiny bit longer on a certain type of fancy, very advanced horse, and a more advanced rider. But, some people will shorten their stirrups before in the warm-up and then lengthen them if the horse is, again, an upper level horse. But he's an older horse.
Right.
And you got to really stay off his back. So I would go with that length.
Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah, and when I said stretch, I didn't mean stretch the leg down, I meant her hips would stretch out.
This where she was getting the cramp.
She's tight in here, in the hip joint.
Yeah.
It's a hip because, if you've been sitting like this, and you start turning the thigh in,
like
there's
you
a
don't
whole
have any
bunch
muscles.
Yeah, a whole different group of very tight little suckers. That looks so much better. That looks great.
It feels secure.
Yeah.
It's in my mind. I have to think the way you're explaining it.
Yeah, the kneeling.
Yes.
And I brought Mary's book. Yes, if you have a picture on horses, you can have a look. But I really recommend buying her book. And it just gives these basics: alignment, neutral spine, leg position. Because we want about a 45-degree angle from the hip to the knee. Again, martial arts thing.
Yeah.
This is very stable. This is not stable. So. All right.
Thank you very much. I hope to see you if you come back again.
Yeah, I hope to see you again.
Yeah, it'll be really nice.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right. Very good.
Yeah. Okay, we're done.
Nice when you get change up fast.
But there's more water on it.
I have a question. Because to me that looks sort of short and like it's going to put a lot of pressure on me over time. And no.
No, I've had bad knees. My knees good. If anything, it takes pressure off it. Because mostly when people ride longer, they push down on the whole leg and they open and close the knee joint. The knee stays fixed in its position. It doesn't move. You're not putting left there. I've had the odd person complain something hurt. And then you got a moment. I had a lady one time that ended up with 2 knee replacements. People like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, they really messed up.
So this is Laura.
Laura?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just take it by hand.
Yeah.
Let her walk
Here,
around
you want to
and-
sit? You can
down?
sit.
Oh, it's okay.
Sit.
Yes, you're also polite.
And do you want to, I've got bananas, figs.
Fine, no.
Okay, I just
This horse is the biggest chicken in the world. So we have to check everything.
A little chicken.
Little chicken.
A little chicken.
The littlest,
A little big chicken.
biggest, little chicken.
Smallest, biggest chicken.
So when I see her in tomorrow, Becky, I'm gonna walk my horse where? Come down the ramp here?
Yeah.
There, this is Charlene on the other horse.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. This is Theo. Remember I talked about him?
Oh, yeah. That's a cute little horse.
Little Connemara.
I just thought he was brand. He's big.
Yeah?
I never knew that.
Yeah, he's a Connemara.
Yeah, it looks like that.
It's a real miraculous recovery. A lot of work.
Very sound.